What have you done with Le Guru du MMA? I don't know what happened to Le Guru du MMA.
He's back, very much needed.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Man, the guy retired because he's a gay man, Louis. Is John the GOAT? No. But he is the gayest of all time, yeah. Can't wait for Islam to surpass John in 2 fights. Whoa. Listen, I'm all on board to just permanently hate on John Jones. Let's not do it at the cost of JDM's great legacy that he's soon to achieve. Okay? JDM's putting Makhachev in a spliff live on pay-per-view and destroying him, crumpling him to the canvas in round 2. So, he's up on that Makhachev success talk. I remember some Mong in here got bold with me because I said heavyweight was cooked very soon. After Gain Jailton and at a push Francis, Tom has 0 good fights left. It's very true. I don't remember who got bold with you. What, like you were going to ban them, Otis? Oh, that moderating power's gone to his head, boys. Oh my God, dude. Otis is a moderator, dude. I don't know. I've never seen him talk like this before. Someone got bold with him in chat, talking to him and disagreeing with him. Nah, that spanner next to his name has actually gone to Otis's head. Real talk, guys. I didn't realize. But yeah, you are right on that topic. But yeah, getting bold is a Scottish term. All right, mod. All right, dude. Guys, watch out, dude. Nobody, I know it is. But nobody get bold with Otis or he might time you out. Watch out, guys. Nah, I'm playing. What does Guru do when Gaziev KOs Aspinall cold? He doesn't. Thank you for the $2. He doesn't at all. He does, actually, and I'm waiting for that moment. Actually, I completely forgot about Shamil Gaziev's run that he's on right now. Not that he's running now. He doesn't do that in training camp, but the run that he's on in the UFC. We didn't consider Gaziev. The pantless lady surprises more than John running. True. Thank you for the 2 Canadian. Please, MMA Guru, don't let this go. Now we control John Jones forever. With one question. What would it take to fight Tom? Lol, it will drive him mad. I don't know how we're going to go about continuing to bully him, though. It's going to take, like, in 5 years' time, Jones to be doing a completely unrelated interview and for still people to be harping on, like, so when you're fighting Tom Aspinall then? You know what I mean? Just making him angry at all cost. Malcolm Wellmaker in chat, it's not him, unless he has no subscribers. But if it is, message me on Instagram, Malcolm Wellmaker, so we can confirm it. You were here yesterday as well. Guru, John wanted nothing to do with Tom. He saw the 265-pound frame and felt the aura and was like, I'm not standing across from this man. He's not gay, not stupid. He's gay, not stupid, true. Thank you for the $5, yeah. I think he's dumb as well, though, but, you know, it's all good. Thank you for the 5. Dude, once someone speaks to you in an English accent, you know they've got main character energy. So true. The English need to make a fucking comeback, dude. And this is where it begins. Dude, I'm serious. This is my last money, please. Oh, sorry, mate. You got a riot to get to. Impression of Dana getting Jones's call. What? He didn't get Jones's call, dude. Jones rolled over in bed and said, hey, something's kind of on my mind. What do you fucking want? Dana turned over. What the fuck do you want? I was just drifting off the fucking sweep, you fucking prick. Yeah, but I'm kind of thinking about something. I don't know. You think Jones goes on a GOAT PR tour to wash any sort of dirt to his legacy? Here's the thing. He can do that. No one will give a fuck about any of the interviews unless there's a moment where he gets pissed off that Tom Aspinall's mentioned. Yes or no? If he didn't walk off the Nelk podcast or mention anything about retirement or Tom Aspinall, no one would have watched the Nelk podcast. Jones is a boring, unfunny, dull personality. The only thing interesting about John Jones is making fun of how despicable of a person he is. Like, genuinely. That's the only thing interesting about him. Which might honestly be why he keeps fucking up. So he gives himself some conversational topic for the next 6 months of his life. He's a dull fucking robot otherwise. No one gives a fuck about him. I hate him or not, but John Jones is undefeated versus his wife. I think she's snuck a win against him. What do you guys think? And that's why he does it so much. What do you guys actually think about that? I reckon she's pulled off an upset one of the times. She probably latched onto an armbar like Vitor Belfort once, you know what I mean? Really put him in some serious trouble. And then now he just has to win the next 10 in a row. Otherwise, he won't be happy. Yeah, she fucking Paul Craig Rodolfo Bellato'd him with an up kick. And yeah, I agree. O'Malley said Merab felt way stronger in the rematch than the first fight, even though he was bigger himself. I'm convinced that man's juiced. I don't know what it is about Merab. I don't know why everyone else gets tired after failing takedowns, but not him. It's an interesting one. Impression of Conor's breaking Chandler's Enderman farm. I know what you're doing down there, Chandler, yeah? Nobody has that many fucking Ender pearls, yeah? I know you've got an Enderman farm. Don't look in my fucking basement ever. Give it a $2. Oh, would you look at this? Look, it was growing the fucking... Everybody come here. There's watermelon for fucking days, mate. The guy's got a fucking biome of watermelon growing, yeah? What was that for, Chandler? Don't look in my fucking house ever. I'll kill you if you ever come near my house. Would you look at that? What you got out here, mate? That's crazy. What's that clucking? Oh, you can hear a clucking from the back of your house, mate. You got chickens up here, yeah? I don't know. You should watch the Full Violence Yuri collab. Yuri checks the fake Yuri at the end of the video for mocking him and it gets awkward. Damn. Yeah, that is a good point, you know. That is a good point because he is just mocking him, innit? And Yuri ain't going to like that. But, no, what is it on YouTube? Maybe I will have to check it out. There you go. There's a bit of promo for the Full Violence Yuri thing. If it's fresh. I don't know if you're talking about an old video or not. Of how Conor strolled in and fought Khabib after 2 years off. That is so crazy in hindsight, right? He made $100 million against Mayweather and thought, fuck it, I'm coming back to fight Khabib. I kind of rate that very highly in hindsight, right? Impression of Conor rocking Ariel with the left hand. No. Eat that. Impression of MMA Guru standing his fucking base against Norma Jamont's cheeks. I'm not going to impersonate clapping her cheeks. I'll give it a 5. Let's keep it somewhat clean, okay? Let's not degrade a lady. It's not a coincidence that Jones ducked all power punches, Rumble, Ngannou, and now Aspinall. True. All anti-Jones style matchups. They are. They actually are all anti-Jones style matchups. Thank God he retired, indeed. Light heavyweight is as bad as heavyweight. I concur. If Ilia is in aura debt, is Ilia in aura debt if he loses to Charles? I mean, he beats Holloway and Volk still, but yeah, his way of communicating wouldn't work anymore, yeah? Because it's all about him being the best by far is like his whole thing, so it would ruin his trash talk. IMO Charles beats Ilia just being a natural lightweight. True. No, I don't think he beats him. I think Ilia's got him. America really fell off. At least we got Van, kinda. Yeah, you guys got Joshua Van. He's from Burma. Masterweight. But he's from Myanmar. But he grew up in the US, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you got Joshua Van. America did fall off a bit in combat sports, didn't it? You guys are all fighting amongst each other. You know what I mean? That's what happens, really. That's diversity for you. Impression of Conor getting a bad bag of blow. Thank you for the $2. Yeah. What the fuck is this, mate? A waste is not a fucking ounce of fucking... whatever the fucking name of the thing is, yeah? Fentanyl in the damn thing. Who's your post-COVID Mount Rushmore? What would be on your custom trunks? My custom trunks would have... I don't know what would be on my custom trunks. A sponsor, please. You know what I mean? So I can get some fucking pay. Who's my COVID Mr. Rushmore? Mount Rushmore, you mean? Kevin Holland, COVID Mount Rushmore. Yeah, I don't know who else. That's it. At what point can we turn against Ilia for brutally KOing all of our favorite UFC vets? Turn against Ilia for brutally... and JDM's Mount Rushmore on COVID as well. JDM came through COVID. Brutally KOing all our favorite UFC vets. What can we turn against Ilia? Well, we have to value it because it's brutal KOs, man. This is the thing. I don't mind if my favorite fighter gets brutally KO'd. I hate it if he gets fucking held down for 5 rounds. You know what I mean? Bud Crawford is America's only hope. Probably loses. All right. Thank you for the $2. The Gimp Brendan Fitzgerald. Bud Crawford is America's only hope. I think he beats Canelo, though. I reckon Bud Crawford can beat Canelo. I like Terence Crawford. He seems cool. The gimp Brendan Fitzgerald has no business in the UFC and looks like an NPC. He's a bad clone of Mike Goldberg, but can clap his cheeks way better. All right. Thank you for the 5. He is, Brendan Fitzgerald's not the best, is he? Muslims never fight so-and-sos, but American Christians will rip each other's head off for 300 on the regional scene. Yeah. Behe Abdul from Canada, inshallah. Yeah, Muslims don't fight each other. They don't. So it's kind of, yeah, sometimes they do, though. Sometimes they do. But they're a lot rarer than, I know what you mean. There's more of a team mindset with them, even if they're from different places.
No, I don't feel at home with these shots. Ain't got no poo in them.
How twisted do you think the Chandler emails were? The Chandler emails? What do you mean? I mean, he could be living a life of being blackmailed. You never know. Thank you for the 2. I don't know. Oh, the Chandler emails, one that he sent his wife for 2 years. I don't know what they were, mate. I don't know what was going on in those emails. But yeah, Chandler did send his current wife emails for 2 years that she ignored until she finally accepted one of them and went on a date with him. And then apparently she only went on a date with him because she timed it to when he would have training afterwards so that she would be able to leave early and only do it for an hour or some shit. Really weird situation, the Chandler fucking love story. But to be fair, so is Chael Sonnen's. Chael Sonnen's is like, in the 1970s, it's like the coolest thing ever. But in modern day, it's like, eh. Chael's one is like a fucking serial killer one. I don't know if you've heard Chael's story of how he met his wife. But obviously it was different back then. Tell the Chael story. What was the Chael one? Okay, maybe it's not that bad, so I should say it out loud. But I don't know. So Chael Sonnen, yeah, was in a hotel lobby for an event. I think it was for an event. It might have been a fight that they were staying in a hotel for. So he was in the hotel, Chael Sonnen, and he saw his wife, or not his wife then, but he saw a woman who went on to become his wife. He saw a woman on one of the floors of the hotel, and he went by her. Apparently he went back to see if she was still there, and she was. So he asks her, apparently, I think, according to the story, he asks her, hey, my cell phone's died. Do you mind if I make a call from your phone? And she says, oh, yeah, sure, you can make a call using my phone. And he went, oh, thanks. And he typed his own number into the phone. He typed his own number into the phone and rang the number from her phone. No answer, obviously. And then gave the phone back to her and said, no answer. And she went, oh, well. And then he left. And then he gets his phone later that day in the night. He gets his phone and rings her number back. And he goes, you should be careful who you give your number to. There's some real weirdos out there. He actually says that on the phone, according to Chael. But that's interesting from Chael. But yeah, that's what he said. I think it's only something a Giga Chad could pull off, so it's a risky move. But if you've got all the charm and are capable of delivering all the harm from West Lynn, the mean streets, then you can pull it off, but that's not for regular folk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have 30-inch arms and fucking capable of delivering all the harm and all the charm and all of this, you gotta have everything going on. And the biggest arms in West Lynn, yeah. You've got to have seen people publicly litter as a kid to be able to pull off that move, High risk, low reward. I wouldn't say low reward. His wife's a looker. With all due respect. That. You think Tom should fight Chael for the title? Sure, bring back Chael, dude. Let's have him sell it. Turns out John fled from the scene of that accident because Tom was there. Thank you for the $5. Yes. Very true, yeah. Tom was actually in the driver's seat with the woman. And he got out to confront John, and then John sprinted it off. Very true. Did they update Tom has the champ on the UFC website? And they'll do it on Tuesday. He's probably still there right now. Yeah, he is still there right now. They do it on Tuesday. Impression of John Jones being caught on to catch a predator, but the host is Tom Aspinall. He just runs. They're all going to run anyway. All right, John, have a sit right there, mate. Thank you for the $5. Thoughts on Rose growing a bunch of Pritchard colons in her garden? All right, don't do that about vegetables. That's not funny. I don't blame Chael. She's hot. He's based in Epic. All right, thank you for the 2. Yeah, it was a slick move by Chael. What questions would you ask at the 317 presser? Hey, why is this card so shit? I don't know what I'd say. I'd think of something. I'd have to think really long and hard about what I was going to actually say. It'd have to really go down well. And I'd have to hope that Dana was hosting it. I'd probably just insult him. People rag on Conor, but at least he's punching men. I know. They gave him more shit than they gave John Jones. Yeah, true. Halliburton is Pace's star, but he's still bad. And it's an older man as well, so I get it. Yeah, don't do that shit, you fucking retard. God, McGregor could have locked in, but he's too Irish. He's too Irish, so success is poison to him. That's the fucking problem. The fucking Irish genes in him to ruin their empire. They can't be trusted with success, mate. That's why we stopped them having a country for so many years. Can't be trusted with it, I tell you. They would have ran that place into the ground. Look at it now. You know what I mean? We tried to help them. They just wouldn't have it. I tell you. Should the UFC never go to elevation for events? I don't think so. I don't think they should. I think it's dumb to. I mean, in certain spots, if it's like the capital of the place, like Mexico City, if they want to do that, then they can. But do we need to go to Salt Lake City, Utah? You probably got a lot of Mormons in this chat, but fuck that place, man. We don't need to go to Salt Lake City. What the fuck? Why don't they build a fucking place on fucking sea level like everyone else? When you leaving that multicultural shit? Oh, alright. I don't know when I'm leaving the UK. Soon, this year. Before the end of the year, I'll be out. Thoughts on Bryce moving to 135? Good decision. I don't mind it. I trust in Bryce. If Bryce Mitchell says he had to stuff his face too much to make 145 and he was struggling to eat the amount that he needed and he'll feel better at 135, I could see him losing some weight off of him and being a bit leaner. What if Bryce is a shredded fucking freak at 135 and just tosses these guys around? That's what I'm talking about. In reality, though, I could see him being guillotined by Saeed. So I hope that he's not. How impressed were you by Seokyeon KO? It was actually dominant, dude. Dominating Oban Eliott, yeah, in your debut is insane. It's actually very fucking insane. He's got more potential than that Ju Sung Yu guy. Knocking out some guy, Jekaseri is nothing, but dominating Oban is fucking impressive. So, yeah. I actually I spoke to Oban FaceTime for a while after the fights yesterday. He's doing good. He's doing good. What did Oban say? He was saying something like, fuck, man. He fucking beat my ass, bro. What the fuck? I was like, fair play, man. Fair play. He actually just rang me. He's like, man, fucking hell, man. That guy fucking beat my ass, bro. What the fuck was that? And I asked him if he was injured. He said no. And then I don't even remember what the other stuff he was saying was. But he was saying, we were just talking about the fights and perspective on things. And he's good. He'll be back. We'll be bouncing back pretty easy. But he said he had no excuses. The guy was just that fucking good at grappling. He didn't fucking see it coming. Or something. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it was something like that. I can't remember it. I went to sleep afterwards. Thank you for the 2. 5. Impression of Tito twerking against the toilet paper instead of wiping. No, I can't do an impression. We're not getting physical with the impressions. But thank you for the $5, dude.